So, for starting lighting of lamp ceremony, we would like to invite on the stage our eminent speaker, Professor Kunihiko Hiraishi from JAS Japan, and Professor Yoshitaka Sir, JAS University Japan, and our Director Research and Development, Professor Manish Biyani Sir, and all the delegates who are here from Japan to please come upon the stage for lamp lighting ceremony. I would also request from the audience to please stand up for this lighting ceremony. Thank you so much, all of you. Now, it's time to give welcome to our delegates. For this, I would like to request our Director Research and Development and Chairperson of this BICON, Professor Manish Biyani Sir, to present the floral welcome to our eminent delegate, Professor Kunihiko Hiraishi from JAS University, Japan. Please give him a big round of applause. Now, present the floral welcome to our eminent delegates, Professor Yoshitaka Sir from JAS University, Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, please give him a big round of applause. Thank you so much, sir. And we would like to give a very big round of applause for all our eminent delegates who are especially here for attending this BICON Conference 2018. Please give them a big round of applause to all our eminent delegates. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. It is truly said that the foundation of every state is the education of its youth, and education purpose is to replace an empty mind with an open one.
Yes, ma'am, very right.
From education to research, from biology to technology, from event to management, from research to re-innovation, we all are voyeurs for the last 12 years for exploring the new horizons in commerce and IT field. I dedicate these lines to our Honorable Director Research and Development and the Chairperson of BICON 2018, Professor Manish Biyani sir.
He is the Research Director of Biyani College, involved in research-based curriculum with optimum depth of knowledge and professional skills. Sir require no introduction. He is well known, the President of Indian Scientists Association in Japan, where he is involved to promote scientific interaction between India and Japan. Now, I would like to request Professor Manish Biyani sir to kindly come upon the stage to inaugurate the session and to welcome our guest.
Please welcome our Director of Research and Development, Professor Manish Biyani sir, with a huge round of applause.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Ohayou gozaimasu. So, it's really a moment for pleasant moment for me to see the happening of this year India-Japan conference. And as I say always, the true reason is young minds. You are the only reason why we are here to organize this event. One of the main reasons to organize is to inspire you, to motivate you, how you should start your career in your field. So every time we are very, very carefully design the theme and what type of topic we should discuss in this year. So this year we plan to discuss about sustainability development, and how we can contribute to make a sustainable society in our this world. So the topic is very important, okay? And now we are trying to transform our society to the society number 5. I will explain you this. So this year we plan to talk about the issue of sustainability. So what is the sustainable issue that United Nations has given us? How many you know about the SDG goals? Can I see the light here? How many you know the SDGs? Can you raise the hand? How many of you know the SDGs? So very few. And I think this is very important for all of you to first know what are the requirements in the future. Okay? So SDG is the thrust area for research in future, and all the leaders in the United Nations has given the 17 goals that we call the SDGs, and these are mentioned here. And our next target to achieve this goal. So just have a look. What are SDGs? So the World Best Plan to reduce the inequalities and maintain a certain society. The United Nations given this target that we need to achieve by 2030. affordable clean energy, gender equality, quality education, and of course zero hunger, industry innovation, reduce the inequalities, sustainable cities, and low poverty. So these are the very major goals that has been decided by these United Nations. And how the Japan is contributing to achieve these SDGs. And Japanese government has introduced Society 5.0. I don't know how many you are aware about Society 5.0. If you can see here, we started our society or our human creation in this world by hunting the animals. Then we developed the agriculture society. Then we developed the industrial society. And then we move on the IT field that now everyone is enjoying the smartphone technology. And now the government of Japan has been targeted Society 5.0 that we call the Super Smart Society. And Super Smart Society has been planned to contribute to find the SDG 17 goals. And this thing, because this is the base of our India-Japan relationship, and I call that country of diversity like India, you can see here, and a country of future like Japan, which is very advanced in technology. So how we can develop innovative technology? Innovation means something, technology should not be isolated. We should have some technology that can be available for everyone, okay? A technology that can reach to unreached society. So how India and Japan can work together and can develop some sustainable technology that can be used by everyone. So this is one of the major goals of our relationship with Japan, that we are trying to develop new solutions that can be contribute to the SDGs. And what both the government, Modi and Abe chemistry has given this JA concept, JA for Japan and I for India. And if we can come together and if we can work together, we can take the victory in the future. So this is something well recognized by both the countries. And now it's time for all the young minds to come up and to take a participate in this journey. So how those who are very new, I will just introduce Biyani's. We are very focused to make a transformation in education by this Chhattis Kankra, that how we can remove this 2, 3, 6 figures and can convert to their from their own side. And that's why we are trying to develop the transformation in the education. And these are some figures, those who are very new, that we have a good number of young minds, and already we have many institutions from last 15 years. This is our first campus where we are now, in this we call the BDN campus. Second campus we have in the Kaulwad, many of you knows. And recently we also started another campus in Champapura for our technical courses. And the journey started in 2005. So now we have 9 colleges, Biyani Girls College, then we came for management course, then nursing, then education, and then co-ed education, then law. And recently we started the Biyani skill development. This is very important. If you can see, the first 2 6 are very traditional courses that everyone is learning. But now we are much focused that after the education, how you all can get a good job or good career in your life. So all these 3, 7, 8, 9 institutes are more focused to work and to give you a proper job career opportunities. With this Biyani Institute of Skill Development and Biyani Private Industrial Training Institute and Harivali. So all these 3 or upcoming institutes will be more focused at how we can help you to find a job in the future. And of course our Japanese partners is every time we are growing the new partners. So right now we have 4 partners and 2 companies who are working with us. And with these partners we are frequently and every year we are running the many activities like this academic conference and placement and exchange workshop and Japanese students exchange also. These are few faces that we have in our campus. More than 125 faculties from Japan already has been visited. I'm very thankful for them because they are coming all the way from Japan. It takes 1 day to come from Japan to Jaipur, and so it's really a hard work from Japanese people. And then also we are inviting Japanese delegates. And we have many exchange workshops also. And these are the few stalls that how Japanese students are taking the interest in our culture. I would like to just give you a brief that recently, in September, few months back, we have a team from Akita University, and they enjoyed a lot. They came for develop a robot. I don't know how many you know. The Lego Mindstorm is a new robotic instrument that we can use to develop many sensing technology. So these teams came here and they worked with us and they developed a robot here. A robot that can help in the our daily work. So this is just a small documentary that how these people enjoyed during this workshop. I think this is the beginning of exchange. How we share with each other our culture, our education, our knowledge. Many of you learn how to make the robots, and Japanese learn what is the essence of yoga and our culture. So this is something like how we should come together and share our exchange and our research. So this is what we are doing every year. And now I would like to tell you one of the true story. One of our students, Sakshi Agarwal, she was here, I think in 2011, she was sitting just like of you, and then she completed her education in Biyani, and then she determined to work in Jaist. And now she is working in Jaist, and she is something, targeting some new projects in the game theory. So how she started the journey from Jaipur to Jaist? She had a good time in Biyani. She learned some basic technologies, and she got some good award also here. And then she did the internship. She went to Japan for 3 months internship course. She learned what new things she can do there, and that was a piece of motivation for her. And then she had some experience in industry in India,
in IBM and technology. And after this such experience, she moved to Japan and she, again you see the journey, education, working experience, then again education. And now she started the master course. She got the full scholarship from the Japan, and now she is staying in Japan and doing it in the laboratories. So this is a journey of one student, that how she can transform her career in this field. So this is one of the good example for everyone, those who want to build a career in their life. So please take care how you can follow these young students, and now I think she will become a wonderful leader in the future in this game theory. And Professor Ida is very, very kind for all of us. He is very open. So all those who are interested to work for advanced education, please feel free to contact Ida and Sakshi in this game theory plan. So the attraction for this BICON is of course TITP. Here I want to introduce you. TITP is one of the wonderful activity for all the young minds that we call the Technical Internship Training Program. Because now we are thinking how we can secure the job for you. If you just complete the education in India and try to get the job, maybe you cannot find the best opportunity. But if you have some technical knowledge or some technical training before you get the final job, you can have a better career in that. So now what we are planning to give you a 3 to 5 year experience in Japan. You can go to Japan not for education but for a job training program. So in this TITP, the Japanese government and Indian governments are making a platform for all of you. You can take this platform, you can go to Japan and you can involve in some big companies like Toshiba or IBM, or there are many big IT companies. You can involve on these companies, or there are some management companies also. You can work with them, you can learn their new technologies, and then you can come back to India and you can join better job career in India. So this time we have a TITP wonderful activity in our campus. So I urge everyone to involve or to try to learn this TITP program. And then we have new entry, this time KGU, Kwansei Gakuin University is one of the very big, oldest university in Japan, and they have a department of commerce management and many that link to you. Because I'm very happy because till now all our partners are belong to science and technology, but now KGU have many doors for all of you. So all those who are involved in the business management or economics or IT fields now can have a more opportunity to join the KGU and to work for master and PhD programs. So as you can see here, School of Economics, School of Science and Technology, Graduate School of Institute of Business and Accounting, and School of Business Administration. There are many doors for those who are belong to your this team today. So KGU is now with you, two professors are with you. Please try to interact with them, and I think many of you can get admission from next year if you are very ready to do that. So with this, what is our vision of Biyani is that how we can guide you in this campus, and then can you enter in the industry in India and Japan, and you can make a better platform for your future. So this is something how we are trying to help you to take a good job role to get this SDG goal by 2030. So with this, I would like to open this event. Today we have two professors from Japan. Professor Hiraishi is coming from JAIST, he belongs to knowledge management, and Professor Yosutaka is third time visiting Biyani campus, I guess. I'm very thankful for you for coming because I just invited, they gladly accept my invitation. This is something I'm very grateful for them. And then we have 6 speakers from India, from different parts, Professor Kumkumgar, Rashtraval, and Professor Manminder Behwa, and Professor Piri, and Professor Ranjan, and Professor Mehta. So they all are here with you to share their knowledge. So I think you all should be very interactive with them. In the break time, try to interact with them with your all the queries, and please secure your future. So with this, I would like to open this event. I hope you all will enjoy, and you will, before you leave today, you will have some good information for future. And if you can be motivated, I think we can get our foot of this event. So I wish you all the best, and I welcome all you again to please start the journey, and please have a fruitful day today. Thank you very much.
Sir, for your influential message We are energized by your profound knowledge.
So once again, please give him a big round of applause for our Director Research and Development, Professor Biyani sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we feel privileged to have our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor M.P. Kaushik sir, Vice Chancellor, Rajasthan Technical University. So, for giving him honor, I would like to request our Honorable Chairman of Biyani Group of Colleges, Dr. Rajiv Biyani sir, to present the floral welcome to our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor N.P. Kaushik sir. Please give him a big round of applause. Thank you so much, sir. Now, to give a beautiful start of this session, I would like to announce for the glimpses of today. So, can we have video, please?
To celebrate very proud moment of this BICON conference.
Because we are going to release our souvenir of BICON 2018, the treasury knowledge of our every professor and research scholar and our student also. For this, we would like to invite on the stage our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor M.P. Kaushik sir, our eminent delegate, Professor Kunihiko Hiraishi sir, and Professor Yoshitaka sir, and Honorable Chairman, Dr. Rajiv Biyani sir, Director Research and Development, Professor Biyani sir, our respected Principal, Dr. Neeta Maheshwari ma'am, our Honorable Registrar, Dr. Neha Pandey ma'am, and all our eminent delegates from Japan to please come up on the stage for releasing our Souvenir 2018 BICON Conference. So please give them a big round of applause. We would like to invite also Dr. Devika Agarwal ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, please have a huge round of applause for our souvenir releasing ceremony. It is a proud moment for our Biyani group of colleges. Big round of applause. Thank you so much, sir.
Technical University Kota, which is a very dignified feature for all of us. He is giving his services in education field since so many years and also gave his valuable guidance for enhancing the standard of higher education.
So, we would like to request our Honorable Chief Guest to please come upon the stage for his valuable words. Please welcome our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor M.P. Kaushik sir, on the stage.
Shri Rajiv Biyani ji, Chairman of Biyani Group of Institution, Mr. Manish Biyani ji, Director Research, experts from various universities from Japan, experts in this prestigious conference, dear delegates and dear students, I express my sincere greetings and welcome you all in the inaugural session of this bilateral international conference being organized by Biyani Group of Institution. It is a matter of great pleasure that Biyani Group of Institution is organizing the international conference as a calendar activity since last 12 years, and in continuation this is the 13th event, so it is a really matter of great pleasure for all of us. Further, it is a matter of great pleasure for us that Biyani Group of Institution have been awarded Foreign Minister's Commended Award from the Japan. So really it is a prestigious award for the institution and it is a great matter for us. Rajasthan Technical University has introduced a QIB system, that is Quality Index Value System, and it is a matter of great pleasure for me and all of you that Biyani Group of Colleges has been graded in A category, and I think they were honored on 15th August for this achievement. For this year also, a very relevant and contemporary topic has been selected, that is sustainable development of computing technology for business world. I think as Professor Manish has deliberated that what are the different goals of sustainable development, and we have to achieve all these goals by our efforts, by academic activities and the research, etc. We know that there was a time when there was no involvement of the computers or technology in the business. Hardly the calculator was the biggest technology you can say which was involved in the business activities. But now we can say that computers are occupying all over the world. Computers are present in each and every activity. We cannot think, or it is not possible anything without the involvement of the computers. And as the business activities are expanding and globalization is taking place, the involvement of computers and computing technology has become an indispensable tool for that. Now we know that the requirements of business is increasing, requirement of customers is changing, and accordingly we have to modify our tools and technology, and we have to proceed towards that. So in the changing environment, we need to change the modes of business and modes of this technology. We know that for any business, the accounting, analysis, right techniques, and a future vision is necessary, then only a business can become successful. In business, now the research has proved that the companies which are investing in technology, they are increasing their market share, they are increasing their financial figures, and they are also increasing their overall competitiveness. But the companies which are lacking in the involvement of this computing technology, they are far behind that. So it is necessary that this computing technology need to be involved in the business world. There are key factors which affects any business, that is right decision at right time, to know the customer, their requirement, their satisfaction level. Then we need to make the marketing of our business to reach to the customers. We need to provide satisfactory services and support after the services or the business is made. We have to make the resource management throughout the business activities. So for the success of any business, we need to manage these activities, and nowadays we need to involve computer and technologies for making them satisfactory or making the best business. Now we know that the letter E has become a very popular prefix. Now we are using e-commerce, we are using e-payment, we are using e-wallet, and many more. and this is increasing day by day. E-marketing or online marketing is also increasing day by day. So we have to prepare ourselves, our business world has to prepare themselves to cope up with all these requirements. One of the important things which we see today that we are heading towards the cashless transactions. And our India government is also promoting the cashless transaction in each and every activity. And since last 2 years we are observing that a much emphasis is being given to these cashless transactions. And I can see that it will have a great impact on the Indian economy. Now the research are going on, and these observations shows that there is a reduction in crime rate. The reports have shown that the crime has decreased in big cities like Bombay, Delhi, etc. We know that these cashless transactions are very safe and secure, and these are fast also. I can quote one example. Those who have been watching this KBC, Kaun Banega Crorepati, in that after completing the candidate, the Amitabh Bachchan transfers the winning amount very quickly. So which shows that how the transactions can be done very quickly and safely. Second example I can quote here. Yesterday, I see that I made a request on Flipkart, and the delivery boy was carrying a POS machine. You cannot expect this kind of the things. That delivery boy was carrying the POS machine. We could use our credit card and we could make the payment within a minute. So you can see that how a great impact of cashless economy and cashless transactions are coming in picture. This also have impact on parallel economy, that is the black money. Due to this, the black money will reduce to a significant level, and this will also have the impact on the tax collection. You know that when the transactions are made by this e-mode, then the activities can be monitored very easily, and the tax net can be increased also. But at the same time, we have challenges from the cyber securities. The cyber hackers are more intelligent than our engineers. So this challenge we have to face, and we have to find the solution for these cyber attacks also. There are cyber thieves. Now we can use this term, cyber thieves. So we have to be beware of these cyber thieves. Physical thieves we had been bearing, but now we have to beware of these cyber thieves also. Another aspect of this conference is that new technologies. So a large number of new technologies are coming in the picture. Whether it is artificial intelligence, whether it is cloud computing, whether it is big data analytics, whether it is machine learning, whether it is robotics, whether it is space technology, or whether it is space tourism. So you will be happy to know that within few years, the space tourism will be a big industry in the tourism, and it will be of billions of dollars. So the business world has to make the expertise in this technology. They have to find the ways how this can be expanded, because these these are mutually interdependent things, because the technology has been developed, but it has to be marketed and it has to be brought to the common man through the business world only. So therefore they have to plan how these things, if we are thinking of the robotics or the products through robotics, the business world had to come into the picture, and how this technology can be useful for a common mankind. So for this also we have to prepare ourselves. And I think that the various aspects of all these sustainable development which we have discussed, Manish ji have given to you the various aspects. All these aspects will be deliberated at length by the different experts during the 3 days of this conference. And I think that some fruitful conclusion will come out, and it will be very useful for the business world. I am happy and appreciate the effort of Biyani Group of Institution, that they have planned and they are regularly organizing such academic activity which provides a platform for academicians, research scholars, MBA graduates, etc. And it is very useful activity in this institution. So really it is a very appreciable activity by the faculty and the organization. So I congratulate and appreciate the efforts of organizers and whole team of Rajiv ji. At last, I am thankful to the management of Biyani Group of Institution that they gave me opportunity. This is first time that I am visiting this institute. I was not knowing that this is a very great institute, and they are doing very good activities, because for a successful technocrat or professional, the activities which are being done here, that is your internship, your international collaboration, your exchange programs, these programs are really very important for any technocrat or any professional, and such thing. And the students who are studying here, they are having good opportunity to make their good career. So really it is a good appreciable thing which is being done here. So at last I'm very thankful to all of you, and thankful to management, thankful to Rajiv ji, Manish ji, Neha Pandey ji, and Vivek Sharma ji. Probably he is not present because of some constraint. So thank you all, thank you.
So much, sir, for your valuable presence. We would like to see you again in our future events. Once again, thank you so much, sir.
Please give him a big round of applause. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have with us our eminent speaker, Professor Kunihiko Hiraishi, sir, from Jazz University, Japan.
Sir is from School of Information Science, JAIST, Japan. His interest is in mathematical system science and its application, and has published many research papers. We welcome you, sir.
Please, once again, please welcome on the stage Professor Kunihiko Hiraishi, sir, with a huge round of applause.
everyone. My name is Kunihiko Hirashi, a professor at JAIST. It's a great honor to be here and have a chance to give a presentation as an impacted speaker. So the title is Information Supervisory Control of Human Behavior. This is a purely academic topic, but we were developing some system what is designed to be used in nursing homes. So that system is deeply related to sustainability in working situation in Japan. So this is an overview of the systems we developing. It is called a smart voice messaging system. So the field is nursing homes, and each this is not the point. So each nurse and working staff has a smartphone, and as you know, smartphone is a very sophisticated IoT device. It has various kinds of sensors. For example, the acceleration sensor, GPS, and Bluetooth, and Wi-Fi connection, and mobile network connection. So we can get various kinds of data from smartphone. So there is a central server located in the nursing homes. So the usage of the system is as follows. A person finds something in the real field, and they speak his or her observation by just speak. So in the sense, we call it voice tweet. A tweet is a static test. We just say something. Then that voice data is sent to the central server with indoor location data. Location data is measured by the Bluetooth beacon. So we put many Bluetooth beacons in the field, and the smartphone gets signals from the Bluetooth beacon. Then the location, indoor location, is estimated. And also acceleration data is sent to the servers. So it's possible to estimate the situation of the person running, going upstairs, staying here, walking, something like that. After that, the voice message is recognized, transformed into text data by speech recognition engine. So there are two uses for the text data. One is the stored in the server and used for make daily reports. So each person, what a person must write daily report in the system. And the other inside the voice message and also text data is sent to other staff. So the system can be used as a transceiver. So the main usage is cooperation, knowledge sharing, and recording events and observation. So the system is developed by a research project. So first term is supported by JST, Japanese Governmental Research Funding Agency. The second term is supported by JSPS, this is another research funding agency. And the aim is to improve working environment in hospital, nursing homes. And method is using ICT device. And so the system, we develop a system of smart voice messaging systems. So we test the developed system in real field, real nursing homes. Also, we have, before introducing the system to real field, we have tested in virtual field. Virtual field means the simulation of real field in the university campus. And the students act as workers. And also we use the multi-agent simulation. So this project is as a collaboration of JAIST, Toshiba, Shimizu construction company. This is one of the major construction company, Shimizu. But there isn't. So at the start, when we started the project, Toshiba is good. But after some problem happened to Toshiba, so this system is related to the medical section of Toshiba Corporation, but the medical section of Toshiba has moved to Canon because of some reason, financial reason. So this is related to sustainability. So this is a percentage of population, it's very small. So 30% here, and this color is the percentage of population over 75 years old, and between 65 to 74 years old. So the aging is the most serious problem in Japan. So there are several solutions to the problem. Introducing young skillful workers from foreign countries, one of the solutions. Shinzo Abe, the Prime Minister of Japan, recently showed us a new plan, inviting many young workers from abroad. So that is one solution. But we are scientists. We want to solve by technology. Partly solve this technology. So we analyze the nursing process. So the interesting is there are two kinds of work in nurses, direct nursing and indirect nursing. Direct nursing means that the nurse faced to the patient and take care of them. And indirect nursing means reporting, communication, task management. But they said indirect nursing is very stressful. So IDT device may contribute to reducing stress in such work. So the key technology in our system is smart voice messaging distribution. And nurse says something, and as a voice data, then the system recognizes some predefined, pre-registered keyword, and we prepare if-then rules. And according to the if-then rules, the message are distributed to the appropriate person at appropriate timing. This is our key technology. But we have some method, but we don't have knowledge how to design smart message distribution. This is the next research topic. So our research question is, how can we design the message distribution in order to improve the human behavior? And we use two methods: virtual field experiment, as I said, and discrete event simulation. So the content from here is very technical, so I just say about the overview. This is the scheme we are proposing, information supervisory control. So the concept itself is based on the situation awareness. It is one of the research fields. And the people are working in this layer, very complicated state transfer system. There is sensor. Sensor data comes up to the next layer. In this layer, the various sensor data is combined and recognized. And we can know the situation, what happened now in the real field. Then, based on this estimated situation, supervisor gives valuable information to the worker. So there's the feedback. So by the scheme and activities by staff will be improved. This is our goal. So this is a slide shows the virtual field experiments. Omni-san knows about this. So this is a floor of my laboratories, and each section of the room is specified as a patient room. So students are working around this floor, and the two students are paired. One acts as a worker, and the second student is just taking videos. So the central commander, so using the web camera, they know every situation. So this is a typical setting of virtual field experiments. So we assume the virtual tasks. So this is some abstraction of real tasks. So there are 4 tasks should be performed. A and B are performed by one person. The one is interactive, and the second one is non-interactive. Non-interactive means that the person is taking care of the patient. He or she cannot leave there. But in the real situation, nurse call occasionally happens. So at least one of the nurse must respond to the nurse call. Task C and the 2-person tasks, interactive and non-interactive. So cooperation between workers are necessary. So we build the richness of information in these 4 levels. The first level is just face-to-face conversation. The second one is just say start and end of task. The third one is chance say about the future plan. The last one is directly ask other persons for the help. So this level is the richness of information. So we have conducted the experiments. So we also prepare performance indices. So we got the plus point. If the task is completed, the person can get some point. And the penalty, if the number of persons who can respond to nurse call is less than 2, they get negative points. And the third one is, I think this is the interest, the performance index. So the average number of persons who can respond to nurse calls. If this value is less than 2, the person gets penalty. But it should be close to 2 to perform non-interactive tasks. So more than 2 and close to 2 is a good. But this is very technical. So this is a result of virtual field experiment performed by students. So this shows that the FFC, face-to-face communication is the best result, but this situation is very unstable. We have tried several times, but the result changes, very big changes. So for other information protocol, so if the information becomes rich, the point becomes good. This is just we had expected before the experiment. So this is the formalism prepared for writing papers. I can skip. So this model is used for build a simulation model. So we pair decision-making rules. We assume that each person in virtual field experiment follows all these rules. So this is our assumption. So based on this action rules, we have built a simulation models. This is just using some tool, discrete event simulation tool. So we have done the simulation many times, and we get this result. The result is similar to the virtual field experiment. So I do not explain the detail, but the result is qualitatively very similar. So this means that if we want to design the communication protocol in real situations, we can use discrete event simulation for the design. This is our main result. So our research is related to, our final goal is to make a system which is valuable in real situations. But we also use various technology in information science for design of real systems. That's all. Thank you.
I think this is something very informative for how we can share the problems by using the IT technologies. So, any queries from the audience? Any queries would be very welcome. No? So we have break, but please try to keep making queries, because that will show how you are interacting with these people. It's very important for all of you to have the queries. So maybe I have a small queries. So how exactly, if we understand this tool, how it is different from the current tool that we have to convert the messaging from one place to another place? How it can be monitored if we compare the available methods? Like we have the audio messages, like
currently audio message is used so in actual situation, the working staff have various kinds of devices, PHS for everything that's called, and transceiver and tablet. So one of our aim is to replace such kind of many devices as just a smartphone. So providing the voice message only, we can browse the first message on the screen. So the voice message will disappear in the brain, but we can look at the first message by smartphone. That's the one advantage.
so we can store all the voice message,
Yes.
and someone can monitor.
And so the chief staff can monitor every conversation. Yeah. Just using the web browser. Yeah.
So what I understand, the idea is that because when we go in professional life, we have a communication problem, one-to-one, if we have some communication, so some third monitoring person can help us to resolve such communication problems. So that is such type of system they are trying to make. So I think it's very interesting because communication is very important part in our professional life, right? So if we have some device that can help us, guide us to communicate with each other, I think it's wonderful, especially for healthcare, nursing department, nursing group and other. So thank you very much for realizing. Thank you very much.
invite our next eminent speaker, Professor Yoshitaka Sir from Jazz University, Japan.
Sir is from School of Information Science, JAST. His research interest is in image, video processing, interactive system, effective information processing, and has published many research papers.
So we would like to invite Professor Yoshitaka Sir on the stage. Please give him a big round of applause.
Good morning. I'm Yuzuru Yoshitaka, and well, as introduced, this is my third visit here. And today I'm going to talk about detection and identification of parasite from micrograph. So my talk today is about good health and well-being in the context of sustainable development goals, as mentioned by Professor Biyani. All right, so our group studied several topics in medical image processing, such as segmentation of teeth from X-ray images for identifying or inferring the age of the person for forensic medicine. And the second topic is a detection of white blood cell for fast diagnosis of acute myeloid leukemia. And today I'm going to talk about detection and identification of parasitic worm from micrograph. All right. So first of all, let me mention the background of this study. Parasitic diseases have been decreased, especially in Japan, because of the improvement of hygienic environment and the development of the social healthcare system. However, some diseases due to parasite are recorded increasing, such as amoebic dysnamity, anisakis, kudua, septum punctata, and so on. And well, among these, anisakis is very popular in Japan because, as you know, Japanese people prefer to eat sashimi, as you know, right? Anisakis is often found in sashimi, especially in summer. And others are not many, but still reported every year, such as malaria, Georgia, and so on. So this kind of information will be found in the website of NID, that stands for National Institute of Infectious Diseases. All right. So what we are doing is image processing for this kind of image. So this is a micrograph. And what we want to find is whether here is parasite or not, and also if we could find parasite, the next step is to identify what this is, right? Okay, so there are several approaches or solutions to find and identify parasite. One of the major methods is so-called PCL. PCL stands for polymerase chain reaction, and that is, well, in short, this is a analysis based on DNA. So this is quite accurate and reliable. However, if we're going to apply PCL, generally it takes 1 day to get the result, and it's too late. So what we want to do is second choice, morphologically based identification. So that is by image. So, identification of parasite is still possible by its appearance. So if we are, well, not me, but medical doctor, is possible to identify the species of parasite by observing its appearance that will be found in micrograph. However, as I mentioned, the cases of diseases due to parasite is decreasing year by year, but some of us still increasing. However, the number of cases is much less than diseases such as fevers or other kinds of diseases. Therefore, much less doctors, there are much less doctors with insufficient knowledge and experience nowadays, especially young doctors haven't encountered these kinds of cases because of the less occurrences or frequencies of diseases by parasite. Therefore, our goal is to establish a system for fast identification of parasite by image processing. So today I'm not going into detail, but let me briefly explain how we are doing. So this table shows the current status of the study of identifying parasite by image processing. As you can see here, several studies are published in 2013, 8, 11, and 13, but most of them are taking care of only a limited number of parasites. But our goal is to identify more kinds of species, like this. All right? Well, the name is always a little bit difficult, but please take a look at these pictures that corresponds to parasites that is harmful for human body, and that will be found in micrograph. And our task is how we can detect these parasites even under various kinds of background over here, or here, or here, but to identify each kind of species. So nowadays, as you might know, deep learning has success to identify various kinds of objects in the real world, like human face, car, trees, flowers, and so on. However, please take a look at this. Is there sufficient visual differences in these kinds of different species? Maybe not. So this is one of the challenging issues compared with identifying or detecting general objects like human face, cars, trees, flowers, and so on. All right. So now let me explain the basic idea to how to detect and identify parasites. So our first trial is based on local features. So there are several typical methods to represent local features of image, such as SIFT. SIFT stands for Scale Invariant Feature Transform. And the idea is to decompose the target object into small pieces of visual part, like this, and cluster them into several groups based on the similarity of local features. Then try to figure out the frequency of occurrences, how much each type of visual pieces of parts will be found in a specific parasite. And then, next step to identify a parasite is something like this. After accumulating the database with respect to visual words and the frequencies of occurrences, then if we get new images, something like this, we decompose this image in the same way and to measure the frequency of occurrences where each type of part will be found in a body, in a parasite, then try to take the similarity between them in order to identify the species. So this is the basic idea of how we can identify a parasite from image, right? However, simply by taking the frequencies of local features regardless of scale. Scale corresponds to size. Doesn't always work well. Therefore, what we do next is to classify or cluster the local features depending on the scale, like this. So it may not be clear, but as you can see here, there are many small circles over here that corresponds to local features found in this parasite. That corresponds to the scale from 1 to 4, for example. And this corresponds to scale 5 to 8, 9 to 12, and 17. This corresponds to 17 or over. So as you can see here, if we restrict the range of scale as larger, that corresponds to analyze only to the macro features that will be found from parasite. But if we restrict the scale from 1 to 4, for example, this corresponds to pick up only the small visual features from the image. So the idea is to classify these local features depending on the size in order to make better classification of parasite, even under small visual differences between species. All right? And next thing we did is to detect cell nuclei. This. So we usually apply staining in order to emphasize the contrast between the cell nuclei and cytoplasm of a cell, like this. And after that, we can get these kind of differences with respect to luminance, and that might be used to separate cell nuclei from cytoplasm in a cell, like this. So this is a result of detecting the region of cell nuclei by simple segmentation over here. And next thing we did is to apply shallow spatial relationship with respect to local features in order to show which kind of local feature are found in each region that is divided into 4 for each of the parasites. By combining these techniques together, then what we do is to apply a kind of classification algorithm that is called support vector machine, based on the various kinds of color representation, like red, green, blue, or HSV color representation, or grayscale. And after that, what we got is something like this. So this is a work published in 2016, and they succeeded to identify 36 parasites from out of 46. But what we did is more than that, 44 out of 46. And this table summarizes the performance between the differences of color channels that we took for classification or identification. And as you can take a look at here, every channel outperformed their work. All right. So, but this is what's so-called handcrafted method. Well, we design and find solution for finding, detecting, and identifying parasites from image. However, as you know, deep learning is a quite powerful tool for detection, identification of object in an image, as you know. So therefore, now let me move on to the next solution to detect and identify parasites based on deep neural network. Well, this work will be presented in an IEEE International Conference in December. So therefore, let me briefly explain this, not not without going into detail, right? So this is the architecture of our network to detect and identify parasites. So first thing we did is to segment, to take out the region of parasites based on segmentation network of, that is constructed by the modifying this. And then we will apply this result of segmentation, so white background, like this. So generally, there are various kinds of background, even a same type of parasite is found, depending on the places or some pass the regions that corresponds to parasites for identification based on retina net. And as a result, what we did is something like this. So this is the input image, and this bounding box corresponds to the result of detection with the name of the parasite and the accuracy or certainty of identification, toxoplasm. And this is also the case of Balantidium and Cytoisospora, like this. So this is the case of Cyclospora, and this is the case of Georgia. All right. So as I briefly explored the possible methods for detection or identification of parasite, scale classified local feature work better for identification compared with conventional way of detection or identification based on local features without scale-based classification. And deep neural network-based method detects or classifies parasites that outperforms handcrafted method under sufficient training. So here is a big issue in this research topic, because generally it is not easy to accumulate enough number of training data for deep learning. Actually, we could get only tens of images for each kinds of species. That would be a problem in the process of training. Therefore, the very important question is how we can make effective data augmentation under limited data. So in case of identifying or detecting general objects like human face, cars, trees, flowers, there are a very rich data set that includes millions of cases. Therefore, it is very easy to train deep neural network. However, in this case, database is still in progress. Therefore, the main issue is how we can augment data for training. And second future work is to carry out more comprehensive evaluation for more species. And the last topic will be, issue will be the system implementation with intuitive user interfaces, so that the non-professional doctor, in the sense of image processing, can handle this kind of system. Thank you very much for your attention.
That can be stored in any device, and the government can easily use to detect pathogens in their system. So I think we should have one or two queries from audience. If you have, I think it's well understood. I think for everyone. Okay.
Good morning, sir. So I have a question about this. We have a number of parasite species, so it's difficult to identify each of them. So what are the method for that to identify them, and what are the preventions we can use for that?
I'm sorry, could you repeat your question, because I'm not getting used to catch.
So my question is, Like we have many species of parasites. So it's difficult to us to identify all of these species, and that the images you stated, these are not, we cannot identify the type of species clearly. So, and my first question is this, and my second question is this: ki how we can prevent ourselves from that parasites? Like what are the preventions?
Okay, so for your first question, well, even for doctors, it may not be easy to identify what it is, especially when the micrograph is not clear. But generally speaking, the precision or performance of deep neural network sometimes outperforms human recognition. And therefore, if we could accumulate enough number of training data, I think this will not be a problem in the near future. And for your second question, well, I'm working on image processing and I'm not a doctor, but well, so one of the possible way to prevent getting infected will be keep your surrounding clean as possible, and avoid eating, well, actually, so most important thing is knowledge. So for example, if you enjoy fishing and you got a fish, but without your knowledge, you will never know what kind of parasite inside the body of the fish. Even for Japanese people. So some Japanese people are very good at fishing, but much less knowledge on parasite. Therefore, sometimes general people enjoy fishing, and after fishing, they bring back the fish they catch to his or her home, and cook by themselves, without recognizing the fear of parasite, and then get infected. Therefore, the most important thing is, I believe, knowledge on parasite. Is that the answer of your question? Thank you.
Prevention is always a better way. If you have an early knowledge of any infection, you don't need much worry, you just avoid and you will be okay. Because we get infection when we have much amount of parasite in our body. If we have early information, we can avoid the disease. So I think you all got the new keyword today, deep learning. How many you know about deep learning? Yeah, this is very few, I think. So deep learning is a new term, I think, keyword for coming in this era. That how we can use all these devices and we can. These are the very raw images, right? Now we have a microscope. I think we have a very simple microscope using the LED. Using the LED, you can use the microscope in your home. Okay, in just I think a few thousand rupees, we can purchase a microscope, and you can use to get the images of all this. But after these images, this deep learning can help you to get more precise information of what type of parasite you have. Okay, like just have a 1 drop of milk sample, scan the sample and take the image, and then use the deep learning or these applications, and then you will have the information of whether you have.
With over 22 years of teaching experience, the far-reaching objective is to empower women and youth through technical education, and believes that there is a tremendous scope in each and every youth with hidden potential which can be explored through proper counseling. So, for this, we would like to invite our Director Academic, Professor Sanjay Biyani sir, to give vote of thanks.
Thank you very much. So I'm very happy all young minds are here, and we are discussing something good, that is sustainable development for business, because you all are commerce and management students, and it is very important to understand how we can become a sustainable person and how we can carry sustainable business. So, in my opinion, in my understanding, the things become sustainable when we are honest. If we are honest, then we care our customers. We provide a quality product to the customers. In my opinion, the most important thing for the sustainable development is the honesty, integrity, truthfulness, and your attitude towards your customers. हर बिजनेसमैन का अपने कस्टमर्स के प्रति एटीट्यूड क्या है, सर्विसिंग और गेनिंग. So in my opinion, the first important thing, if you want to improve our business, we have to maintain the right kind of attitude for our customers. Second point that in my opinion, technologies in marketing is now totally changing. Earlier we are making huge expenditure on print media. Now this is a time and era of digital marketing. It's improve the whole marketing process. So if you are studying in your course, you find that there is a print media and all, but now in my opinion, digital media becomes more powerful. So you have to learn so many things about the digital marketing, because it is the cheapest and better medium, because all the responses you can verify, you can check what response you are getting out of it. And as far as third point is concerned, we are incurring in our Indian context, we are incurring a huge expenditure on non-productive way. For example, we are making a huge advertisement. In my opinion, we have to make certain budget for research and development. As our Professor Yuhi Taka says about the image processing, parasite, infections. So if we are very truthful and honest towards our customers, then definitely we will improve our product. We will invest certain amount. We have maintained certain budgets for research and development. That is very important. If we want to improve our product, if we want to provide better quality to our customers, then we have to maintain a certain budget for research and development. Research about the quality, development, about the packaging and all. So in this way we can maintain our business in a better manner. And as far as digital era is concerned, now we all know the ERP and paperless work is very important. So if we want to maintain a sustainable business and we want to have a sustainable development, then we have to work lot of about the ERPs, prevention and reduce our unproductive expenditures or budgets on a business. We have to improve our technologies, we have to improve our attitude. So again I would like to say thank you, because you all are very good listener. आप सब लोग बहुत अच्छा सुन रहे हैं. मैं आप लोगों को बधाई देना चाहता हूँ. अब चाहते हैं कि क्योंकि मैं जब भी जापान गया मैंने देखा इन लोगों हर प्रोडक्ट जब दूसरी बार बनता है तो बेटर क्वालिटी के साथ आता है. आप एक बार कोई मिक्सी लेंगे, दूसरी बार फिर जापान में जाके एक मिक्सी लेंगे, यू विल फाइंड द मिक्सी क्वालिटी इज टोटली इम्प्रूव. मुझे लगता है दिस इज द वे. पैकेजिंग क्वालिटी इज फार बेटर इन जापान. So if our focus is to serve the society, to improve our product, then definitely our mouth publicity, that is the best publicity, will improve. मैं यहाँ पर शुक्रिया देना चाहूँगा, क्योंकि इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट कि कोटा से ट्रेवल करके वाइस चांसलर साहब आज हमारे बीच में, प्रोफेसर NP कौशिक सर, मैं उनको दिल से आभार व्यक्त करना चाहता हूँ. थैंक यू बोलना चाहता हूँ. सर अगर किसी यूनिवर्सिटी के वाइस चांसलर इतने अच्छे लिसनर हो तो सोचिए वो यूनिवर्सिटी कहाँ जाती है. बिकॉज होल एजुकेशन प्रोसेस स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द लिसनिंग. जो सुनना जानता है, मुझे लगता है कि वो सब कुछ हमारे पास जो चीज़ होती है हम वही चीज़ डिलीवर कर पाते हैं. सो इफ अगर हम किसी यूनिवर्सिटी के वाइस चांसलर अगर अच्छे लिसनर है तो वहाँ प्रोफेसर्स कैसे होंगे, वहाँ लेक्चरर कैसे होंगे, वहाँ स्टूडेंट कैसे होंगे. बधाई हो सर आपको, आपने बहुत बेशकीमती समय हमारे लिए निकाला. और इसके लिए कितनी साधारण तरह से हमने वहाँ फॉर्मल इनविटेशन देने नहीं गए। मुझे लगता है कि जो जापान में जो अप्रोच फॉलो की जाती है, जिसको लॉजिकल अप्रोच कहा जाता है, जिसे नीड बेस्ड एजुकेशन कहा जाता है, हमारे प्रोफेसर एनपी कौशिक सर, मेरे को लगता है वैसे ही रवैया, वैसे ही एटीट्यूड मैंने आप में देखा। मैं आपके इस एटीट्यूड का, आपके इस जज्बे का, आपकी इस लिसनिंग कैपेसिटी का, और आपने जो हमारे कॉलेज के बारे में जो अच्छे वर्ड्स कहे वो हमारे लिए मोटिवेशनल है। थैंक यू सो मच, माय वार्म रिगार्ड्स, थैंक यू सो मच। आइए हम ताली बजाते हैं सर के लिए। मैंने पर्सनली देखा सर, आरटीयू में जो आपने जो टोटल माहौल बदला हुआ देखा। मुझे राजस्थान यूनिवर्सिटी को भी मैं बहुत बारीकी से डील करता हूँ, और मैंने आरटीयू को भी देखा। आपने जो सिस्टम्स बनाए, इवैल्यूएशन की जो सिस्टम बनाए, और उसे जितनी शिद्दत के साथ आपने लागू किया, मुझे लगता है शायद ये मिसाल है हमारे देश में। यूनिवर्सिटी में एफिलिएशन सबको लेना है, लेकिन हर जो कस्टमर्स है उसको ये पता रहे कि मैं किस क्वालिटी की एजुकेशन ले रहा हूँ, उनके पैरामीटर्स कैसे। सो अगर ये जो आपने रैंकिंग सिस्टम बनाया, मैं उसके लिए आपको बहुत बहुत बधाई देना चाहता हूँ, और इसलिए भी शुक्रिया देना चाहता हूँ कि आपने उस पैरामीटर्स को फॉलो किया, और गौरवान्वित महसूस करना चाहता हूँ कि बिस्मा यानी बियानी इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ साइंस एंड मैनेजमेंट पूरे राजस्थान में जितने भी मैनेजमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशन है उसमें सेकंड रैंक पर है। मैं आपको इस अच्छे सिस्टम के लिए, अदरवाइज इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट to believe that we are providing better and quality education, because you have given certain marks for the international symposium. That's why it is selected on second rank. Otherwise everyone says I am best, I am best. So as a university जो बेस्ट काम किया जाना चाहिए था, मुझे लगता है वो आपने किया। ये आप ही के डिसीजन थे, और मैंने देख रहा हूँ इन दिनों स्पोर्ट्स के बारे में भी इनिशिएटिव लिया गया। सो मुझे लग रहा है कि आरटीयू नो डाउट आज स्टेट में एक सबसे अच्छी यूनिवर्सिटी इमर्ज होकर आई है। मैं वैसे ही नहीं कह रहा, ये बात अनुभव करके और फील करके कह रहा हूँ। शुक्रिया एंड ऑल द जो आपने इनिशिएशन लिए उसके लिए मैं आपको धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ। प्रोफेसर हिराशी सर ने जो मोबाइल एंड आईटी के बारे में बताया, इट्स ए गुड, एंड खास बात जो इमेज प्रोसेसिंग डिजीज एंड पैरासाइट एंड इन्फेक्शन डिजीज के बारे में सर ने जो रिसर्च और इनोवेशन और सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट के लिए जो भी बताया, दैट इज ऑल गुड। मैं आप सब लोगों को बधाई देता हूँ, धन्यवाद देता हूँ। सब विशेष थैंक यू डॉक्टर नेहा मैम, देविका मैम एंड एचओडी कॉमर्स। आज जो गॉड सर वो हमारे बीच में नहीं है, पर उनका भी डायरेक्टली इनडायरेक्टली बहुत सपोर्ट है। अभी वो आज हॉस्पिटल्स में है क्योंकि उनका कोई ऑपरेशन हुआ है। मैं उनकी अच्छी और हेल्थ के लिए, उनकी बेटर रिकवरी के लिए ईश्वर से प्रार्थना करूंगा। और आज जो बाहर से डेलीगेट्स आए हैं उन सबको धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगा, थैंक यू बोलना चाहूँगा। पर मैं तो थैंक यू पे बहुत काम किया है। मुझे लगता है हम सस्टेनेबल ही तक बनते हैं। अगर आप ग्रेटफुल है तो आप इंसान हैं, आप सक्सेसफुल है। अगर आप ग्रेटफुल नहीं है तो मुझे लगता है हम बहुत बड़े फूल बन जाते हैं। अगर हम चाहते हैं कि हम जापानीज से कोई चीज सीखें तो ग्रेटफुल होना ही सीखना चाहिए, और यही विनय बनाती है और यही विद्या में आगे ले जाती है। मैं चाहूँगा कि आज जो बच्चे बाहर से आए, जो टीचर्स बाहर से आए, वो हेल्थ के लिए, रिलेशन के लिए, मनी के लिए, करियर के लिए, जॉब के लिए, बिजनेस के लिए, सब जगह अगर वो ग्रेटफुल हो जाएंगे तो उनका इमेज ही चेंज हो जाएगी, उनका चेहरा पूरा पॉजिटिविटी से भरा होगा, उनकी हैप्पीनेस बढ़ जाएगी, उनकी सक्सेस बढ़ जाएगी। अगर आप बर्दाशपुर में देख रहे हैं और आप अपने आप से खुश नहीं हैं तो समझ लीजिएगा देयर इज पुअर एटीट्यूड ऑफ ग्रेटिट्यूड। अगर हम कृतज्ञता से भर जाते हैं तो हम बहुत सस्टेनेबल बन जाते हैं और बहुत ताकतवर बन जाते हैं, क्योंकि असली ताकत वो हम खुद ही हैं, हम ही सस्टेनेबल है। कितनी भी डिजीज फुल आप प्रोटेक्ट खा लीजिए, कितनी भी आप एक्सरसाइज करें या ना करें, पर गॉड कितना मेंटेन करके रखता है। हमें एक प्लेनेट के ऊपर बिठा रखा है और हम हमारे को सूर्य पे चक्कर लगवा रहा है। हमारी हैसियत ही नहीं कि हम श्वास ले सके, पर कोई एक पावर है जो हमको श्वास ले रही है। अगर इंसान को दे दिया जाए ये काम तो मुझे लगता है हम सस्टेन रह ही नहीं सकते। हम एक महीने भी जिंदा नहीं रह सकते अगर ये श्वास लेने का काम हमें दे दिया जाए। हम श्वास ना तो लेते हैं ना हम छोड़ते हैं, ये तो कोई पावर है जो हमसे काम करा रही है। सो अगर उस पावर के प्रति हम ग्रेटफुल होते हैं, अपने टीचर्स के प्रति हम ग्रेटफुल होते हैं, अपनी सोसाइटी के प्रति हम ग्रेटफुल होते हैं, तो हम अद्भुत बनते हैं, हम सस्टेनेबल बनते हैं। मैं पुनः आप सभी लोगों को दिल से धन्यवाद देता हूँ। शुक्रिया, थैंक यू सो मच। मैं वार्म रिगार्ड्स।
For your greetings to our guests. Now it's time to give acknowledgement to our all guests and delegates. For this, I would like to request our Honorable Chairman, Dr. Rajiv Biyani sir, to present the memento to our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor N.P. Kaushik sir, Vice Chancellor, Rajasthan Technical University, Kota. Please give him a big round of applause. We are giving memory from our Biyani group of colleges. Thank you so much, sir, for your presence. Now I'd like to invite on the stage our eminent speaker, Professor Kunihiko Hiraishi, sir.
And Professor Yoshitaka, sir.
Please welcome Kunihiko Hiraishi, sir, and Professor Yoshitaka, sir, on the stage. Please give them a big round of applause. Thank you so much, sir. Now we will capture these moments with a group photograph. So once again, big round of applause for all our guests and eminent delegates and speakers.